I'm Eric Wilson of the New York Times, reporting from the fall fashion collections being shown in Bryant Park, as it turns out for the last time. After this season, the shows will be moving to Lincoln Center in a new home in the fall. Fashion Week started out on a sad note this season when designers learned of the death of the great talent Alexander McQueen, apparently by suicide. Nevertheless, Fashion Week carried on, and hundreds of designers showed their fall collections here at the park and in venues around the city.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to start. Thank you very much.
We've seen a lot of interesting trends. I think the most notable is the return of American sportswear. That's largely a layered look made up of a lot of pieces like sweaters and coats piled one on top of the other to create a new sense of proportion and volume. We've also seen a lot of fur and coats that are made up of lots of different materials in one piece. Leggings have been surprisingly big this year, shown on the runways of Michael Kors and Alexander Wang, and also Cocoon and Rag & Bone.
I think it's a strange season. A lot of gray, a lot of new neutrals. It's not totally surprising for fall, but fine. Some sort of Western thing going on that's been at a lot of shows. Probably a kind of return to roots, which is sort of interesting as opposed to something going more, techno or forward thinking. Not bad. I think people want comforting clothes right now. I think they want clothes that matter for them.
I think it feels very cozy and back to basics. It really feels saleable, commercial, but in a good way and an innovative way. You begin with things that you really need in your wardrobe, like a big chunky sweater, a shearling coat. I mean, the weather's freezing out there, so everything seems so right.
A lot of great outerwear we've seen on the runways and in the showrooms. We're seeing a lot of fur, which is more fur than I've seen in a long time. I think it's been really done well. I think the footwear looks fantastic.
What have you seen that you like so far?
Marc Jacobs, again, thrills me. He thrills me. He just makes my heart beat faster.
I thought Marc Jacobs did a great show that set a mood, that changed proportions. Everything was deliberately unsexy in a way that is, of course, in Marc Jacobs' world, really, really sexy. It's been a funny season in terms of long dresses and kind of what you'd call red carpet looks, because you either have collections that really go all out or you have absolutely no long. And long dresses don't really matter to the average woman. Most of us are not going to balls, but they indicate something about how the industry perceives itself, because they either see those dresses as anchoring them to Hollywood in a way that'll generate buzz for their brand, or they actually think that there's a client still, a full-price luxury client who lives that life. And that's always the question. Who is that woman? Is she buying a fur? Is she buying a long dress? What will she spend her money on for fall?
I am still very jittery from having done it because it's a big step, starting up with my first show. I wanted to do something very sexy on the inside, so kind of like a flasher aesthetic that you open up your coat and there you go, you're almost half naked.
Have you ever been flashed?
I'm somebody that a lot of people flash. I don't know why and how, but it just happens to me all the time.
Tell me a little bit about what you think about the vibe of this Fashion Week.
Just listen to this music. That's energy, that's buzz. There's something about the real life visit to these tents that makes your heart beat faster. Everybody puts on a little extra makeup, a little extra jewelry to come here. It's like going to a party.
You have to have a good attitude when you go to Fashion Week because it can very easily chew you up and spit you out because it can get stressful. But fashion is fun, so you should just have the best time and just have fun getting dressed up and going to see all the beautiful clothes at the shows.